hello, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend. On the docket today, we have 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise, Season 2, Episode 3, Reality Bites. And this is a special that is currently running on Discovery Plus. And eventually, I think it will make its way over to, oops, hold on. What am I doing here? Oh, here we go. I lost our background. Oh, I'm so professional today.
Yeah, it'll come to TLC like in a couple months, I think. I think they did the same thing with the first season.
Yep. So this is a little interesting. Like, I really love this show now that My Island isn't featured.
Yeah, you was holding your breath last season.
Every episode. I'm not gonna lie, but we do have some returning favorites. We have
Rebecca
Amber and
Daniel.
Daniel and Ariana and Sherlon. Those are the only two that are returning, right?
Unfortunately.
Oh.
Just saying.
It's still better than regular 90 Day.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So who do you want to start with?
Let's start with the non-relationship. Ariana and Sherlon.
Stop! She's so delusional. Leave her alone.
Delusion? Okay, I have a problem with her. I had a problem with her last season.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a problem with her this season. Because she's mad disrespectful to her mother. You're not gonna sit up here on this screen and tell me that you moved back in with your mother so she could help you raise your child. Again, to help you raise your child.
Your mother had to come out of retirement.
Another problem. And then for you to sit up there and tell a bold-faced lie and say, like, I've been a single mom raising my child by myself for the last 10 months. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes!
You're not going to do that to me.
That's everything I saw. She is so annoying. She's a liar. Well, I think the mom's a liar too, because I don't think the mom was in retirement. Because she was complaining about money last year.
And she was worried last year.
You're
not going to sit here and do that. That was so disrespectful. I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? I do not like her. Didn't like her last season. Like, she seems so desperate. I don't like that.
Here's the thing, though. Like, this is why I can't relate to her. Sherlon has not sent the paternity paper so he could get his name on the child's birth certificate. And the child is 10 months old, and he has not made his way up to the States. And I bet you anything he has not even sent 10 cents towards the support of that child. Why the fuck are you wasting your time going down to Jamaica to take his kid so he could see it and for you to find out if you have a relationship? You don't have a fucking relationship, and he has no interest in doing anything towards raising that kid. It's fine and dandy that he's standing up there at the airport coming to collect you saying, I've always wanted to be a father. Well, then why the fuck haven't you been a father in the past 10 months? If you have physical limitations with regards to location of you being there, you can get on the video phone and you can provide with funds. Even if it is 10 cents that you're sending, it is the 10 cents that you scratch from somewhere to send towards your child. And I wouldn't have held it against you. But neither one of the two of these clowns are providing anything that's called entertainment for me.
Because she's whiny and desperate and he's dismissive.
He sits there and he doesn't answer any of her questions. He didn't even greet her at the airport. He picked up his kid. Honestly, and why did it take her 24 hours to get to Jamaica? Like, where did you go? How many connecting flights did you have?
Right. She probably went on Spirit.
Spirit get you there faster? Where she live again?
No, no, she took Spirit, and then she probably got that 5 layover deal to where she can get that flight as cheap as possible. Or or maybe that's all the air miles her mama had. Just saying.
But
This,
but
this how this how much she
honestly,
aggravates me.
who is traveling with a 10-month-old 24 hours to Jamaica?
You can get
Not
to the
me.
Philippines. You can get to the Philippines faster. Trans was it transatlantic flight?
Fuck
It's
it. We could
faster.
get to Ukraine in the middle of a war zone faster.
She's terrible. I can't stand her.
Oh my
He does
God.
not want to be with you.
He
But see,
said as much.
you know what she gives me? She gives me like Emily vibes. That whiny, demanding type personality. No, 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 no.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all both got knocked up on vacation by men of African descent. See, there's a correlation there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But he traces his roots back to Thor or something, the
I don't know
Norse
how,
gods.
but yeah, don't know how, but hey, she's. I'm like, I understand she's quote unquote grown, but at some point the mother kind of needs to like step in, like maybe, baby, you need to focus on you and Odin, and just tell her the harsh truth, like he's not coming, he's not gonna be here, because you brought up a very good point. He's talking about he couldn't wait to be a father. He's always want to be a father, but you can't send the DNA papers so you can get on a birth certificate. And here's my
Wow.
thing. Here's my thing. If we look at it the grand scheme of things, she's not too pressed about those papers. She's worried
Because she getting
about.
government assistance.
Just saying. Y'all, that was Miss Debbie H that said that. It wasn't me. I'm just gonna sit here and nod my head in the agreement.
My cousin did the same thing. She kept her supposed baby daddy off of the birth certificate because her friends told her you can get government assistance if there's no baby daddy on there. But who she was saying was the baby daddy, I don't think was the baby daddy.
Mm,
But that's just me.
yeah.
But anywho, yeah.
He don't care about her. And if she don't, here's what she needs to understand. She needs to watch out by pressing him, because who's to say he won't get petty and vindictive and try to take that child at least half of the time, just to be petty and vindictive.
Mm. But
Just
he's not
saying.
helping his case if he never put down his name as the father.
Right, but see, that puts her in a pretty much a no-win situation. Whatever he does, okay. So say he wants to be petty and get the bait and go after the child, right?
Mm-hmm.
Either A, she has to, how can I put this? She has to fight him in court and put his name on the birth certificate and give him half custody, or she just cuts all ties with him, period, and he'll leave her alone. So either way, he'll get what he wants. Either he'll get his child or he'll get her out of his life.
Quite honestly, she could have solved this after she came back from having the baby. Because remember, the baby was in the hospital for a little while. I would have
Mm-hmm.
stopped calling because I can bet
Mm-hmm.
you anything she's the one who initiates all of the calling.
Oh,
I
agreed.
would have stopped calling and I would have used the excuse, oh my God, I was so tied up with the baby, trying to get to the hospital and be with
Yes,
him. And then once he came out, oh my God, he's so needy. He just got out of the hospital. And I would have weaned off of those calls and I would have let it go because I would have realized that it was a lost cause.
exactly.
Hi, Steven. Hi, G5. Hello, everybody. Hey, Heidi. Um, she's the most frustrating one on this season.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
gonna
not
lie.
close. It's not close.
It's sad. It's truly sad. But anyway, we're gonna see the rest of this nonsense.
Right. You want to go? You want
Who's
to go to
next?
Danielle and Johan? Now, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
So, and it's a trend with these women on these shows. Who's the other one?
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the other person that's
Mm-hmm.
going through this right now. Okay, I'm gonna relate this to Caroline in Dubai. Why do these women who are more mature and
Mm-hmm.
who are more towards the end of their baby making days,
Mm-hmm.
why do they get with these young men, these younger men who want children, and
Mm-hmm.
put themselves in positions to feel bad because they're at the age they're at and probably can't reproduce anymore? Because I guess for me, this is knowingly putting yourself in the position to feel like you're almost worthless.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were at the doctor, he's pushing for a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I get it, I understand culture, whatever, whatever. But when they went to the doctor, I felt, even though we kind of all logically we all knew the outcome, right? When
Mm-hmm.
he said that your level should be at 1,
Mm-hmm.
and then he said you're at 0.16.
Mm-hmm.
The look on her face and the sadness on her face, and I'm like, I felt bad for her, but I'm also
Mm-hmm.
looking at her like, ma'am, you knew this. You pretty much knew the outcome before you went into that doctor's office. And when she sat there in her confessional and said, I'm the type of person who knows the answer, but is hoping for a different outcome, ma'am, this is not something you can control. This is biological.
Mm-hmm.
You knew what the answer was going to be, and you still put yourself in that position. So while at the beginning I did feel bad for her, I really can't, knowing when she knew the most likely outcome. And I want to know, would you ever put yourself in that position if you wanted children?
No, no, because I don't like to look like an idiot most days. Um, as to the reason why these older women are getting with these little young bucks, I'm wondering if it's a level of insecurity to begin with. And then, the young buck is attracted to me. Oh my God, I can still get them. And you forget about the child reproducing part. You
Mm-hmm.
just you just so flattered that some little young ting ting is pulling at you, and you forget that's all it should be. You should not be thinking about marrying or making a family with them because you went through what they are now going through, which is the growing up phase and
Mm-hmm.
reproducing phase, how many decades ago? Let's just call
Mm-hmm.
a thing a thing. Just because you look good and you can compete with little young chicks now don't mean that it'll always be that way.
Mm-hmm.
And a young man will always want to have kids. I'm sorry. What
Right.
do they say? Even if he comes and he says, no, I don't ever want kids, he's lying.
And
He's
then I think,
lying.
and then we're gonna go back to the next part. Here's the kicker: the doctor even told them straight up, basically the only
Mhm.
way you can have a child is IVF. We knew that, right?
And a donor
And,
egg.
that part. So I mean, if I were her, I would have like been under the seat. But then she already knows the cost of that, which is
Mm-hmm.
about 30. She said 30K. You're being very conservative, ma'am. Like, unless you're
Mm-hmm.
going to another country to have this child, if the child will be in the United States, 30K, 30K is not going to get you nothing. 30. Let me put it this way: 30K may get you 2 rounds of IVF.
I don't think so because my friend, I had a coworker, not a friend, a coworker who did IVF. I would say a decade ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like 25K.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was like 15K a
It
round.
was a
Wow.
while ago. It was a while ago. When was that? When was
What's
I at that
so
hotel?
so basically the 30K she was talking about is basically one
2000,
shot.
2008, 2009
Ooh, so that
was
30K is
when.
like one shot.
Well, the thing is, you get the hormone
Okay.
things to make the like your uterus
Right, right.
active or whatever, and then she did they have to go and get an egg? No, she was young enough to have her own eggs, but for some reason her and the husband weren't fertilizing, so they were fertilizing outside
Mm-hmm.
and then putting it inside, and then what they discovered was that it wouldn't stick, it wouldn't take.
Okay, so see, so I thought the average. I thought the average was yeah. I thought the average was 10K, 10 to 12K.
Yeah, but this was back 2008. This is the
Oh,
only reference that I have, and she had issues.
oh,
She had
she probably needs special.
issues.
She probably needs like severe, like
Yeah.
really special specialist. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because
But
they had to remove separately eggs and sperm,
wow,
fertilize in the petri dish, then insert, and then they realized that the egg wouldn't take, like she couldn't carry. It was very weird. Not very weird, but it was an interesting situation because we all thought this is gonna work, this is gonna work, and every time there was an issue.
right. And then when she the killing her when she brings up the fact of how much it's gonna cost, he's all it'll all work out.
We can pray,
Y'all gonna pray for 30K? Is that what we doing?
pray for some common sense first.
And I'm still looking at her like, and y'all are getting married still. First of all, here's the thing. Here's why I have a real issue with Danielle. And Danielle, I'm gonna blame you as the more adult with the one with the more life experience. Before you get married, I always say there are two things y'all have to be on the same page about. That is money and children. Y'all have red flags on both issues, but you still want to marry this young man within a week. Okay. And I'm gonna say this, I don't wish you good luck.
But here's the thing, right? First of all, I would not be in any sort of relationship past the first night with somebody who has a penis like a donkey or a horse. They are not ripping me apart. She is physically uncomfortable having
Mm-hmm.
sex with him. Don't come telling me that he has a shaft the size of your forearm.
Mm-hmm.
This is pumping in and out of you, in and out of you, ripping you in two. Girl, bye. What? I might visit the freak show once, but I am not going back for repeat performances. Like if it hurts, I'm not going back. Shit, if he dropped his drawers in front of me and that thing came out, I'm running. You might see a naked fat chick running through the hotel. Certain things scare me in life.
Running Grey Wolf. Running Grey Wolf said it's her plumbing, not his. She's just dry. Oof. Oof. But yeah, with her, I just like, and when I was listening to the story, I'm like, why would you do this to yourself? That was my only thought process. Like, why would you do this for yourself, knowing the most logical outcome? And there's like another thing, like I said, it's the money issues for me. Because here's the problem: when she's not getting this, ma'am, do you understand that by marrying him and trying to have a child, that you would have to take care of
Him.
you, the child, him, and his family? Because remember, if he cannot work for X amount of months, she's gonna be taking care of the whole family because she has to replace that income that he's losing by coming to the States and not working for up to a year.
Right, because currently that's why he has no money and always
Right.
begging her for cash because what little money he earns from his job, he sends to his family.
Exactly.
There is no way I would be getting into that.
No. No
And
way.
then she has a 21-year-old son. Why does she want to go and get an infant now? That's just like Diana from Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You got grown-ass children and you going back to nappies? I know I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This just has dumb written all over it. And then seeing this grown-ass woman crying because she can't control any of this. Wait, she should buy him a lawnmower and a trimmer and make him cut grass. If only she could. If only she doesn't she live in the Bronx?
I think she does.
Good luck finding a lot of grass to cut in the Bronx. Good for her. She's just stupid. I just couldn't with them. Oh,
Mm-mm.
whew. Anything else with them?
Mm-mm.
Who's next?
Let's see who is next. There
Let's do
is,
Amber. Let's do Amber
yeah.
and Daniel. Dumb and Dumber.
She's so special.
We saw them on season 1, right?
Right.
He's
Mm-hmm.
originally from Venezuela, but she met him in Costa Rica, where he had been living for 4 or 5 years. Really cute guy. He was living with his brother. Do you see a pattern here? Because it's just like
Yep.
what's her name, Cara and Guillermo. So she picks him up on vacation. They start a romance. She does the K1 visa and brings him over. They got married and now they live in Seminole, Florida. And what happened to Danielle? Daniel was cute. Daniel was ripped, surfer dude, muscle on top of muscle with that cute little tan. And now he got a big old pot belly and mowing the grass and playing on an iPad. What happened? What happened?
They must not be near a beach.
Well, I don't know. Seminole. I thought it was on the west coast of Florida, but I could be wrong. I thought it was around the Tampa area, but I could be wrong. Okay, so it's been 8 months and he hasn't been able to work and he's bored. She is a server at a restaurant, and a few days after the wedding, she bought her first home. It is a 1,200 square foot house with 1 bathroom. Her sister lives with her as a roommate, and they have 4 cats. Oh my God.
But can we back up though?
Woohoo.
How is she buying a house on the server salary or a restaurant worker? Because she says she don't make that much money.
Well, it might be. What's the average house price in Seminole, Florida?
Let me keep talking about. Look it up.
Yeah, I mean, you can find some inexpensive houses in Florida, and it only has 1 bathroom. Like
That kills me.
Yeah.
The typical home value of homes in Seminole is $393,000.
That's the median?
The median home cost is $312,000.
Well, maybe she live in the bad part of town.
The bad part of town.
Or hood adjacent, maybe.
Okay.
Hood adjacent. I don't know. Right. Maybe it's a trailer. Wait, did we see the outside when he was mowing? No, it looked like it was the house.
But he said it was 1,200 square feet. With them 3 plus the cats, and then we'll get to the good part later.
I know. That's tight. Because now I'm thinking about the bedrooms, because he said there was a spare bedroom. So this house has to have 3 bedrooms at least with 1 bathroom. Mm-hmm. That's a lot in 1,200 square feet, but okay. He wants to have a voice. He asks if he can turn that spare bedroom into a second bathroom. And she says, no, we ain't got no money. He says, I want you to hear what I'm saying and respect what I'm saying. You know, I used to be in construction. I can do this. You know, we can make it happen. And she's like, I ain't got no money for that. And until you can contribute to this, you have no say in nothing. She reminded me so much of Cara. Ugh.
But here's the thing, though. I'm not mad at her saying that in this instance. Because you're trying to do a lot of stuff with no money.
But
And
here's the thing, though. When she said it, I was on her side. But later on, when we go line dancing, now I know why she said it, because she had already set up something else for that room.
right. But the funny thing is Danielle. Is it Amber? Her name's Amber.
Amber,
I think
Amber.
want to call everyone Danielle. Amber. Here's the thing. You was taking care of him in what, Costa Rica?
Mm-hmm.
You can't be mad at you taking care of him when he wasn't paying no bills in Costa Rica. You was paying him. It's the
Exactly.
same thing up here. So I'm
For
gonna need you
him
to
and his brother.
right. I'm gonna need you to stop with this outrage at this point. He's becoming used to the life of you paying for everything.
Yep.
And obviously this house is in the. And I will say this: I understand her point of view, but she can't throw that on him because, ma'am, if you're buying a house, you already had this in the works before he got here. So don't throw that on him. He's not paying no bills because you will still be paying bills for that house.
But she can't throw that on him, period, because when you sign up for K1 visa, you already know that for about a year, they're not going to be able to work.
Right.
So who going to be taking care of him? And if he was in construction, I would drop him off down by the local Home Depot at
Yep.
6 a.m. every morning
Mhm.
and hope he get on with a crew.
Right. Like
I'm
I said, I
just
understood why
saying.
she said it, but to put that all on him, like, no, you bear some responsibility. Him trying to do things like you'd be like, you know what, hey, break it down. Like, look, this is not in our budget, yada yada yada. But
Mm.
you just moving people into the house and not saying that. Granted, and then don't do that to him. Don't make him feel small because he can't work. That's not his fault.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the ability to get a standard job. I did not like that because it came across as she was trying to shame him.
But that's how all of them do this. Like
True.
production, stop saying the same thing over and over again to each one of these couples. It's not fair to us. Like, can't y'all think of another like plot twist? Basically, when she was talking, I was hearing Kara.
No, I feel you on that.
It was just repetitive nonsense. So we go line dancing because she needs to relieve stress and hang out with her drunky friends. And she figures that he would like line dancing, country line dancing. And he wants to do a bachata or a salsa or some other
Hmm.
dance that's passionate with his girl. And instead, she wants to do the hoedown. Um, that's when we find out when she sits down with her best friend Ashton, and Ashton is like, have you told him yet? Ashton is her best friend who's getting a divorce from his husband and is now moving in to Casa, what's her name? Casa Amber, who is renting out every square inch of that 1,200 square feet, and she's taking $500 per month from him so that he can come and live in her flea bag. And Daniel, if you could find a Venezuelan community just a little bit south of where you're at, run
Hmm.
away. Run
Hmm.
away.
She's already made the decision, but hasn't told him. And her
Mm-mm.
best friend is Ashton. He's doing the right thing. Like, he's like, look, I understand we worked this out, but I will feel more comfortable if you told him.
Hi, Ruth Ann. Welcome. I choose salsa dancing any day as much. Yeah, because he said that. He was like, I
Right.
want something sexy, you know. Child. And then poor Ashton is there begging this idiot to tell him. We can't even blame Ashton about this.
Mm-mm.
He's like, this is what's causing my divorce, bad communication. Please tell him I don't want to show up with my bags and it be a thing. And she's like, oh, I'm not going to tell him tonight because I just don't want an argument. I'll tell him tomorrow. If first Ashton, as soon as she said that, I'd have been like, an argument. If I'm moving in, I'm finding someplace else.
Right.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. But he want to be on TV.
Right.
So he's coming with both of his little bags. This is a mess.
Yeah.
This
It's
is a
gonna be
mess.
it's gonna blow up. It's gonna be hilarious too.
Oh my God. I want him to get his 6 or 8 pack back. And I want him to come down to South Florida and find him somebody else.
Who next?
Ugh,
Who's
so
left?
annoying. Last is Valentine and Carlos.
Okay. So this is not gonna work.
Why?
It's not gonna work. Mm-mm.
They had sex, but no penetration. They found ways to satisfy each other.
But Carlos said that can't last forever.
Right. But Valentine is willing to bring in a third so that both of them can plow him and everybody will be happy.
Carlos is not into that because he's all, if he were to fall in love with someone else, it would devastate me. So he's like, it's the emotional things that it's the emotional part that he becomes jealous. I'm like, oof.
Right.
And Valentine's polyamorous. Oof.
But it's just so
Mm-mm.
simple. It's nothing personal. I love you, boo. And I love his booty too. Come on. We can make it work. Just don't make me eat any more of that fish roast sack. We'd be good. It's a
Right.
texture thing.
Yep. But Carlos is not having that though. He's staunch. He's very firm in that. I'm like, ooh, this is not gonna
He
work.
is firm.
He's very firm,
Very
especially next
firm.
week. Especially next week. Oof.
And he got a big, they both
Yeah.
got big, deep, mm-hmm,
And
big.
that's the
And
problem.
they found every way to satisfy each other. He could fuck good, just not the booty
He's so
hole.
stupid. Right? Pretty much. That's pretty much what it came. That's pretty much what it came down. That's pretty much what it comes down
I
to.
get I get so much pleasure out of seeing them because I was wondering. Because like when Valentine was back in LA, he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna have sex." They didn't even finish one whole 24-hour cycle before they did it. Damn. Bringing it over and cause jealousy fights
But yeah,
and control issues. That's why I think we need a third party. I definitely think we need a third party if it's going to give us all of that. This
but
is
we
one
as
couple where I think production will lose control.
yeah,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I
yeah.
love it.
Carlos is already in his feelings, and that's a red flag.
But his his
Mm.
his high bun was like real cute though. I love his hair. I'm with Valentine on that. I love his hair. And I'm even becoming very fond of the little handlebar mustache thing. Like he seems like a swashbuckler. I like it. Like I don't know. I'm just
I
envisioning
just
all
see.
sorts of things.
Yeah, it's tragic. This is gonna be tragic. I can just see it already because Carlos is firm in his opinion. Carlos is not willing to give any concession. Whereas Valentine has sensible solutions to their problems, Carlos is so stuck in his ways and his views, he's not willing to compromise, and that's where control issues come into play, which will be very entertaining.
They did say that both of them were very dominant, right?
Yes,
Was it this couple? Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm
it's
gonna
this
have a
couple.
great time with them.
Well, they're an intriguing couple because you can just see all the issues, and they lay out the issues. And like I said, I'm not sure they can work them out because Carlos does not want to compromise. I'm telling you, he's not gonna compromise.
But Valentine's just as stubborn too, because he keeps bringing up the third.
Yeah, but he's polyamorous, and Carlos knew that though, so that's not a surprise.
True, because he was very honest and open about his
Hmm.
situation, and I think he explained it in this
Right.
episode. Um, he has the capacity to love more than one person at a
Hmm.
time, and I'd like to see that.
And I'm looking at Carlos like, Carlos, why would you even put yourself in that position? If you have someone who's polyamorous and you're into monogamy, that's not gonna work because you're not gonna change each other's minds. But it'll
Yeah,
be entertaining for
I
them to
do
try.
blame Carlos for that. I agree with you. I blame Carlos for that because if you and to me, I know he's like he's saying like he is territorial, but I think he's like jealousy takes over. I don't. Does he wait? Does Valentine know that like? Well, that's the thing down here. Like Latin men are very territorial and jealous. So you just be careful with when getting involved.
Right.
I wonder if he knows that. Interesting. But yeah, that was it. We hit all four couples. I love it that they only show four couples per episode.
It's
It's
easier.
quite
It's easier to keep
refreshing.
up.
Yes. And it's just enough to keep us hooked till the next week. So that was it, y'all. That's the episode. Did you watch I Love a Mama's Boy?
No, I haven't started watching that yet.
I need you to watch the first episode. It's really tragic.
Oh wow.
The mother that wants a DNA test on one of her son's children, I find is the most outrageous.
Wow.
And Emily and your boy,
Shakib.
Shakib, they're now living together.
Okay. Please tell me mom has moved in. Please tell me.
No,
Make my day.
no. Her and the bird are still at home with her husband, who we have not seen yet. Yeah,
Tutti
Tootie.
still.
Yeah, Tutu, some shit like that. Yeah. But he hasn't fully moved his stuff out. I think his mother is holding his clothes hostage.
Got it.
So yeah, he's living with Emily. Emily is thinking about trying to make amends for last year's attack of his mom's house with her slipper. Yeah. And she's trying to get back her ring, her little piece of crap.
The one that she screamed and threw back and whatever.
It's really pathetic, but I think she's had plastic surgery.
Gotcha.
So I want you to look for that, but I want you to just check out that first episode. I think it is such trash. I just can't watch that show. It's just too much for me. Demanding a DNA on her grandchild is outlandish. She's out of line. Yeah. It seems like that mom wants to be on this show more than the kids do.
Right. I'll probably watch it this weekend actually, because I should have the time.
It's quite interesting. Give me your thoughts once you get to watch the first episode.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Are Shakib and Emily the only returning couple?
Oh, I didn't take notes, so I don't remember.
It's okay. I'll find out.
Yeah. But they only showed 4, so they might have a returning one on episode 2.
Nice.
Oh my God, those are the only 2 that I remember. The mother who wanted the DNA and Shakib and Emily. Isn't that sad?
Yeah. That means we won't care about the other people, which is fine. I only watch for Shakib and Mama Shakib anyway.
Ciao. All right, y'all. Let us know your thoughts on this particular episode of 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise, Season 2, Episode 3, Reality Bites. And so does production. Oh my God. Well, that was it. We did our marathon day, 2 days in a row. We are done. Thank you so much for joining us these last 2 days with our Housewife Roundup and our TLC Trash Day. Have an awesome weekend, y'all.
Yes, have an awesome weekend. Stay safe. Stay cool or stay warm wherever you are, and we will see you next week.
Bye, y'all.